Hi there, this is Maria. I am going to show you today my messy room. It is tiny. Look at that mess. I started organizing this week, and Sue in the comments happened to ask if I would ever do a video on how I store my supplies, and I agreed. I've never done it, and my space is so tiny that I thought maybe I can have some good ideas to help people organize, and I also can get some great tips from you guys on how to store some things, right? So this is a guest bedroom. It's about 11 by 10, I believe, and it used to have a trundle bed right here, and I loved it. I had to remove it and add a ginormous easel that my husband built for me to take a class. Behind those doors you can store things, and I hate doing that, but I don't have room in this house. I unfortunately have the two mattresses that go on the trundle behind there, and I threw a nice quilt over it to kind of disguise it because I don't like that at all, but I don't have room. And that is a little bathroom over here. I suppose I can show you because there's a closet in front of it where I store more supplies. Until you go through your supplies, after you haven't seen them for a while, you realize how much you have, right? So this has also been a mess. I just need to clean things. It's awful. Look at that. Maybe I should take pictures and show you before and after later so you can see how clean it is. So this is a Jack and Jill bathroom. So past that door, there's another little closet like this where I store some extra fabric that I have. And then in the bedroom, in the little dresser I have in the bedroom, I'm not going to go there, but I store more fabric. So I think I hear Max trying to come in as I'm cleaning. I still have a mess here. I hear his little collar. I think he's coming through. That's what he does. Oops, he stepped on my shoe. Hi, Max, are you coming? He's a moose. He's 82 pounds. And look at what he does. Even in this mess, he comes in. He doesn't care. He steps on my foot. Did you eat? Did you eat your food? Huh? Are you happy? Did Daddy feed you? Yes. Are you smiling? Yes. Yeah, so I have a couple videos where he busts in and you hear that noise. The door hits my stuff over here. That door hits my stuff and he just comes in and loves to sit with me for a little while. Anyway, say bye-bye. Say bye-bye, I'm a good boy. Yeah. Oh, look at him trying to bite things. He nibbles. He likes to nibble. Are you trying to nibble? When he has to go to the bathroom, he will come to your pants and start nibbling, pulling your tights. If you're wearing tights, he'll pull them very kindly, very gently. He'll just manage to pull the thinnest of fabric from your leg without pinching you. It's so cute because he's telling you he's got to go by. So here we go. It's nice and organized, picked up and clean. And there's Max. Hi, Max. Are you happy? You have more room for you. Yeah. Good boy. Here to the right, I have this little cart, and the baskets above hold some of my journals. Most of them are finished journals. I have totes. Those are always great to store stuff. And I have my cord and trim in here. Twine. And this is just a bunch of lace. I've gotten most of this at yard sales and estate sales and reuse stores. Here's a little miscellaneous drawer, just some old washi tape, and my least favorite actually that I don't love, just some fabric and some picture frames I plan on using sometime for my journals maybe. I had bought some for my bedroom for some pictures, and they send you so many Here's some more washi tape. A little bit of fabric, the smaller pieces, and some pom-poms and a little bit of yarn. More fabric over here, the light colored one. Here's some brighter fabric. Up here I just have some artsy books and little things I've done that I've painted. More little journals right here. Up here I have more journals. Those are finished journals up there. So from there to the left here on the floor I have more fabric. This is the fabric that I use as I am recording. This is what I go to. Little pieces, larger pieces down there. I have my folders where I organize my papers and a cutter for paper. Up here is the stuff that I'm currently working on. So I like to put it in baskets or drawers to keep it contained. And this is what I'm using for this journal, the grungy colorful journal. Over here, these little baskets are just catch-alls for different things that I can use for the current project as well. So everything that's current that I can use, I keep it here. So I have access, I don't have to run anywhere else to get it. And then when I start a new project, I put all of that away and bring new stuff out in different boxes or baskets or drawers. Down here I have these cards. Those cards my husband made for me. They're shelves on wheels and they're wonderful, but I don't have I almost prefer not to have them, because if you see my dream box back there to the left, and even down here, there's some space that I can use that I have not used. It's hard to get under there, especially with these cards here. If I didn't have these cards, it'll be easier to get back there. I have to move them to get some stuff up from behind them over there. But these were already built for me and we don't have a place to put them. So for now, I just use them here. And I keep the things that I need access to for my videos right here. Here I have what I call my help paper, and it's just papers that I need to test products on or get ideas, jot things down. Below is my paper that I use for painting, like tracing paper, tissue paper, different kinds of papers that I like to use to create painted papers. Below I have stickers, the ones I use the most in my journals. Here's some cards with Bible verses on them. In that blue basket down there, I have old books, secondhand, that have Bible verses in them, and I use them also for pages for journals. Up here, just a variety of books, some journals, and some notebooks for different things. And in the green basket, I have a book for coloring that I like to use for my journals sometimes. Either trash journals, junk journals, whatever. These two boxes here, I put my feet on. It's very comfortable. They're my footstool. And I also have a bunch of stickers. Some were given to me, and just some I have accumulated for 10 years. It's really ridiculous the amount of stuff that I've got. And it's a 10-year accumulation, really. Like I said, I could use more of that space. It's unused, but that's how it is for now. I am hoping that my husband will be able to build a shop, and part of it is going to be a studio for me. God willing, we'll see what happens. And then I can move these carts over there to that shop, you know. But anyway, on the very top up there, I have some rice paper, calligraphy paper, like those Chinese ones, Japanese ones. They're fun to paint on and make painted papers. I have some stencils that are hardly ever used over there, but just in case, you never know, you don't want to throw stuff out, right? Some hot glue gun and refills down there. I have beads. Well, this on the bottom is jewelry making and beads, which I don't make much of. I'm not good at making jewelry, but I use it on my journal sometimes. It's fun. And I have a little bit of sewing stuff up there. So just little miscellaneous. Those are the things that I rarely ever use, of course. I have my little heater here for the winter, and there's these little cubbies there. I don't know if you can tell right there from the dream box. I have some utilitarian stuff like screws and nails and things like that sometimes I need here. Some of it is empty again. And over here I also have empty spaces over there. I don't know if you can tell. Room for little things that I can still store back there. Again, here's just some more little journals. I have a bunch of painting supplies over here on the left. My crayons. This is what I use the most. So some markers and color pencils and woodies, and next to the painting supplies I have books where I like to cut out the words to put in the journal pages. These are older antique books, vintagey stuff. Down here just some rags. And over here I do keep, I love this bag. It's one of my favorite things. It has a lot of charms that I have accumulated from different places for 10 years. And even though it has room, look, it has all these zipper sections that you can store things in. I love it. And most of this is charms. And I found them in sales, reuse stores, estate sales, garage sales. Sometimes you find bundles. I found a ton. Look at all that. And I have all this room left to store in here, but I don't want to fill it anymore because I just have too many things. And I love all this stuff I bought on sale. All this stuff was given to me by that lady. They gave me a bunch of her stuff. And I love it. I love to look at it, but I don't use it enough because I don't make journals to sell, which one time I tried, but it didn't work out. And here's a bag with mark making tools. Over here is some stencils also, and a large heavy journal that I work on every now and then. So as we go up, there is my desk. This is the best way that I can make things work for me. Everything has to be contained. I don't have a lot of space. Here's my scissors and the largest brushes. Over here on the left, I have these vertical containers that I purchased about 3 months ago. I used to have these bulky containers that held my brushes and scissors and everything, and they were just so big, and I don't have a lot of space, right? So I needed to go vertical, and I found these on Amazon. They're pretty heavy with everything I have on them, and I use them for all my brushes, little scissors, all kinds of things, markers, files, everything little things that I need to use. Some rulers on there. They are great. And they are originally made for markers, to hold markers, but they hold a lot more. This is what I use the most, these punches. So everything I use the most has to be within reach. Again, here, some painting supplies like matte medium, Mod Podge, some glue stuff. Some of these, what do you call these? This corner edge thingies, and just glues and some distress markers, some pens, pencils. So this is great because in a short space you need something vertical. That's really helpful. And behind here I have a sewing box and some stamps over there, letter stamps that I rarely use, some journals that are not quite completed. And here my little bitty journals and some miscellaneous stuff over there. This is stuff that I like to go back to and finish someday. So I like to have it right there so I don't forget. I hope the video is turning out okay and I'm not making anybody sick with the movement. Here's my heat gun. Keep it safe in this ceramic container. Some water. And over here, I love these little drawers. I have had them for a while now. Again, that's vertical storage, what I use the most. Again, next to me, I have those rug anti-slip things. Those things you put on the rugs, you can cut them out and they're rubbery and they grab because my desk is slick. I used to have a big old basket that was pretty wide here. And over here, I had all my other containers, so my space was limited, more limited. And I love them. They hold everything and they're right next to me. These are blocks that come separate and you can build them the way you want them. They can move a little bit if I'm not careful. These heavy ones, I have my stamps there. Pencil stuff. Oh, my paper clips. My pens and more pens. Stickers for planners. Here's some stickers with the Bible verses and just little bitty ephemera cards. Some sticky notes. They're just sticky notes, flags, Bible verses, little notepad, note stuff, note taking. The washi tape that I use the most. Glue and tape and miscellaneous. Inks. Room for more. My sewing stuff. So basically, once I run out of the stuff that I have nearby, I go over here to my stash to get more. So that's great. My sewing machine, and over here is all my acrylic stuff to paint on the journals. I have some watercolor down here, also in gouache, some tape, some fluid acrylics, just different supplies, but it all has to be contained. I have those brayers down there and some sanding paper and sponges and things like that. So the dream box, like I said, is pretty great, and I don't know that I could have done this without it here in this house because I had so much and I had to leave all my furniture behind that wouldn't have fit here. But the dream box just consolidates everything in one place and it's great. On the side here, I have this for washi tape is great, but it's too far from me to get up and try to use the washi tape over here, so I barely have anything there. But I have containers with sequins and stones. This has pins, safety pins, tiny safety pins for journals, paper clips, clothespins, different colors, paper clips. That's all paper clips right there. some extra brushes. Lots of buttons there, more paper clips, and down here just extra glues and mediums for painting, sprays, things like that. And down here there's just some things that I don't access much at all, and there's extra buttons there, and one of the drawers here's got a bunch of tea bags for the trash journals and junk journals, of course, and a bunch of buttons, more buttons down here, and some folders, old folders there. Here, so ideal. Moving to the right, over here between the cart and my table, I have a basket of stencils, the ones that I use the most. Over here I have containers with tempera paint and a little bit of fabric paint, markers, Poscas, pit pens, variety of markers. Those are the ones I use the least. This is all envelopes, different sizes, index cards, and some other envelope. I think those are large envelopes, and different little cards, business cards, things like that. Cellophane for trash journals. This is trash. This is leftovers from the kids play journal and other trash. Use the snippets and have these little blueberry boxes that I fill with little pieces of trash for the trash journals. Just a bunch of trash, little bits, so they don't get lost. Those little boxes are great for that. More trash, envelopes and such. These are projects that are in progress that I need to continue working on. And down here is painted papers, the larger ones that I cannot fit in my binders. And I have some more room there. From here, we can go up here. Just some rings for planners and for loose leaf journals, if I want to make some of that. Clips. Paints, acrylics, and watercolors. These are some dilutions and distress paint. These are magicals. I haven't used those in a long time. Microns and pit pens. And a bunch of pencils, erasers, charcoal stuff. And some black Uniball writing pens. Let's move over here to the middle of the box. I label most of it. I know what's in there. And up here I have mixed media papers that I use to draw on and paint, or use for painting papers. I also have dyed papers that have been dyed in coffee and tea for journals, and some cards, note cards, ephemera, paper bags, and a bunch of scrapbook papers here. Lots of stuff. Over here I have images, and I like to divide them in binders. This is how I like to organize them. Like, this is nature, So it has everything to do with nature. And that's people in here. Cards, images from magazines and books. People. And one for animals. They get really heavy. And they are hard to reach because I'm not very tall. And I don't have super long arms. So from there to here, I have the table. I have to really help myself with something to pull the drawer out for the ones above. Those are heavy and up higher. So yeah, and some more images up there, architecture, miscellaneous, all divided in binders. Here I have lined paper, printer paper, specialty paper. Here are papers that are different, that are handmade and unique. So I call that my specialty paper drawer. And these are more scrapbook stuff. Too much. Up there I have rolls of paper, wallpaper, and this corrugated paper that I found at a used store. Below I have a bucket with a bunch of notepads. Sticky notes. These are cute. I haven't used those much. Another ones from Goodwill, reused stores, tags. These are from Michael's. Anything that's a note is here. Here I have a lot of cards with the Word of God. These are from a book, I think, some devotions in Spanish. And these are cards in Spanish, I think. A few of them in Spanish because I did a lot of journals for my sisters. Prayers in English. Some other cards. So little cards with the Word of God in Spanish and in English. And this one is just utilitarian stuff. I have a lot of my cords for the phone, for the computer, and just some miscellaneous. There. Now moving to the right over here, let me show you. I have little drawers with glitter. And above I have the glitter glue. Here I have some puffy paint. Stamping stuff, a little bit that was given to me. More stamp pads. Here I have some cord. And down here I have these samples. These are thread samples. There's a lot of them in there, and I bought these for cents at the reuse store at a time where I didn't have a whole lot of supplies. I was just starting back in 2017. And I found all this stuff for cents. And it's got all the pretty threads, samples of threads to, for the journals. So that was a good deal. And this is a fat container of glitter that doesn't fit very well in these spaces. Up here to the right, I have drawers with pouches for pencils and brushes to travel. And I have binding materials here. I just love all kinds of cubbies and containers. They're great to store things. Here I have more pouches with some watercolor markers and more acrylic markers and Mr. Pen highlighters and different things. I think these are Tombos. Here, some watercolor stuff. And this I forgot I had, and I could have used this when I was messing with glitter in one of the videos instead of having glitter all over my desk. I have jelly plate stuff in here as well, and just some empty bottles for paint. Here are just threads that I use most often, and embroidery thread right here. This was given to me by my mother-in-law years ago, 20 plus years ago. These are stamps, some large ones that I cannot fit by my side, some Tim Holtz ones, and a bunch of these little wooden stamps. I don't use stamps a whole lot. I have some punch holes down here. This is crocodile and accessories, brads, things like that. That was gifted to me, except the crocodile I bought. And down here I just have a few more punch holes. And my large stapler. So lots of room for all these things. These are ginormous, so I can't fit them anywhere there. And over here I have ribbons, the ones that I go to first, that I use the most. And I have these boxes that come with the Dream Box, and they're pretty great to fit different things. Have some little letter stamps there. Here I have added one of these that normally go on the inside those spaces, but I filled it with ribbon. And I put it here because that's where I need it. Glue gun sticks, some bamboo sticks as well, and these are some paper cutter things that were given to me, and they have nothing to do with each other really, but they don't have to. They just have a place where they fit. I couldn't fit them anywhere else. So, and things are within sight, so it's easy to find. Down here, more paper cutting stuff, and also some hole punch things, and the little can there to dust things, you know, with pressure, air pressure. Over here on the back, there's storage. See how this closes? But mine never closes. The whole box would close, all of it. You can put the table up and the whole box would close like a pretty piece of furniture, but I never close mine. There's no point. And there's the mattress that I don't like, and just a miscellaneous of things here. My bag with Bible study materials, some craft paint, etc. Let's see. Oh, down here also I have more stuff in those drawers, and for that I have to move these cards. And here I have a bunch of flowers. One time I went crazy buying flowers I was making journals and just bought a bunch of flowers, paper flowers, decorative flowers. Some more sewing stuff. More ribbon. More hole punches. And these were bought at a reuse store, most of them, because these are so expensive. I have some mark making stuff down there, and at the very bottom there I have sticky notes, so I don't use those things very often here. And here on top of this cart that I'm moving back, I keep embroidery floss and some boxes with trinkets. For the trash journals. So very handy right next to me. And from here we need to go to this cart over here. My trustworthy knife. This is all junk journal stuff. This is ephemera from scrapbook paper. You know how you buy the pads and you can cut out the cards? Most of that is from scrapbooking stuff. I like to divide them in these little boxes. Like this is live miscellaneous stuff. I have some big cards down there. Lettering. Some Christian ephemera there. Words. People, places. These are tags and cards that I have made. Clusters. These are from 2019, I think. They're not quite finished because I don't make those kinds of journals anymore, but they're in progress. They can be finished one day. These are a bunch of them I did. They're very vintagey that I made for the 100-day project. It's the shaker that we made in one of the recent videos. I like to keep things divided and separated. That gives my mind peace, or gives me peace of mind. So boxes, containers, baskets, plastic bags, whatever works. Here, just a bunch of tags. A lot of this was given to me by that lady that did scrapbooking. All this is pretty much her stuff. And some stuff here, mementos from weddings, things like that we get invited to. That is always fun to put in junk journals and trash journals. Next to this, I have more ephemera, divided in boxes. These are bugs, butterflies, dragonflies, things like that. These are tabs and banners, frames, geometric stuff. I've forgotten what I have because I haven't made these books, these junk journals in a while, this type. Nature, botanicals, non-animal. So that's just flowers in there. And a lot of it is from scrapbooking materials. Also some extra stuff there. I need to explore and get it reacquainted with this little cart. Below here, more boxes. Goodness. Yeah, these are nature, things that Fussy cut from books. The same animals there in some butterflies and some flowers. Here there's just some antique postcards and different types of cards. and some photos. I also believe, let's see what else. Also some images of birds from books, and in these books here that have images to cut. Fussy cut if you want, or you can cut them and make cards. Yeah, I haven't made one of these journals in a long time. Going back up here. Embellishments. Clothespins. Stuff I found on sale at Michael's. For scrapbooking, you know. All kinds of things. More pins. Some of it was given to me, like this. Too much stuff, too much stuff. These are metal pieces. Frames for titles for the books. Just a few odds and ends. Metal tabs. I love organizers, and these can be found in yard sales a lot of times, and estate sales, and some you can find online that are not too expensive in bundles. This just embellishments, I guess. Yeah, more embellishments. And tea bags. All this I used when I made those junk journals, or I try to use all this. A lot of this was given to me, some of that scrapbooking stuff. Edges, I guess, for pages. I think that's what that's for. Or you can frame pictures with it if you want, I guess. I'm not sure. Tags. And more tags. Tags to alter, paint, to collage on. These are more mementos from family stuff. Oh, and my paper dolls. I like those paper dolls, and some paper doll books. Paper doll stuff. This is napkins and tissue paper. Some old cards I had made, and oh, all the rest that is inside the folder and in bags and the boxes, those are dry flowers. This one's a heavy drawer. These baskets I keep right next to me on my desk when I'm making a junk journal, because these are the types of things I use first once I have my pages. Those are some old pages for the journals. So I will just take all this out and set it next to me to do a junk journal, to decorate a junk journal. And those are pages there to make junk journals, all kinds of pages. You know, music, antique pages, books, all that type of stuff. that's it for the little cart. And over here I have the painting station for my classes. It's acrylics and oils. And I have this big old cart that I love. It's very solid and it holds supplies, paper down there. And I have another large cart. This is a large cart my husband made, and it fits perfectly there with a bunch of supplies that I have for my art lessons. And on this little table here, I just have my journal that I didn't quite finish yet. I want to finish it for you guys. The Child's Play, and just some random books. And over here, more books and notebooks and things like that. And I have the journal that I need to keep working on that I started for you guys. So yeah, it looks a lot nicer now. I am happier. I did manage to get rid of some things that are going to donation. And let me show you the closet I showed you before that was pretty messy. That holds the larger stuff. And my cleaning station here, the sink, it serves a wonderful purpose. And here's the closet. It looks much better. Again, in here I have everything labeled as much as possible. And it's all in totes. I can show you a little bit. I have the adhesives in there, anything that's adhesive. And I know what's in there because I have labeled it. Miscellaneous. I have my trash journal stuff here. And I have brayers, sponges, all kinds of things. Paint containers, napkins. These are a bunch of napkins. As time goes by, you can really collect too much, really. So yeah, I have plastic bags and cups, wax paper, coffee filters over there, deli paper, freezer paper. I have a bag that I made with plastic trash bags in there, containers up there, just miscellaneous stuff over there. What is that called? Raffia. And some just different things. Rags, paper towels, paper bags, mark making stuff, electronics. And more stuff down here is all labeled. Stuff I've had for 30 some years, some of this. And that's some of the trash stuff down there to make trash journals. You know, like the big cardboard and stuff. And these are some paintings I had made. Some paper rolls and filming stuff. That's a painting I had painted 30 some years ago, my first oil painting, or one of my first ones. And over here is just a bunch of books, some shelves with books, different kinds. Some books when I was a kid and others that I have collected. A dry flower press that my husband made for me. And more books. Yeah. Oh, of course, here I have a bunch of the trash for the trash journal and my old calendars and magazines that I use for the images. This whole stuff from 30 some years ago, some of it that I've been meaning to go through and I haven't, but I also have more tissue paper and wrapping paper and tissue paper and stuff like that. Yeah, and that's pretty much it, but it looks nice and clean now. It gives me peace of mind, and at the same time I realize how much stuff I have and I'm not happy with it. I'm not happy that I have this much. And just some clothing stuff. Yeah. Okay, so this is it. I hope that I have not made you motion sick here and that this video has helped you get some ideas and tips on how to organize a small space. And if you have tips and ideas for me, please put them in the comments. I would love to hear them. There's always room for improvement. I thank you for watching. Come back and see me next time and stay tight with Jesus.